Move on to main topic number 3, shall we? And our third main topic today gets submitted to us by Geeky Gator, who writes, "Hey, John and gang. With Lucasfilm lately, it seems like there is a lot of Star Wars projects announced that never come to fruition. I was beginning to think the Cassian Andor show may be another project that disappeared with very little news on it until Deadline reported that Adria Arjona has been, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right, by the way, Arjona has been cast in the show, likely as Cassian's sister. What do you think of this casting and the future of the show?" All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yes, listen, I'll be straight up with you. I have seen very, very little of her and the stuff she's been in. I've only seen 1 or 2 of the things she was in, and it's usually a pretty small sample size. So I can't sit here and give any kind of an opinion about, I think she's a terrific actress, or I think she's a struggling actor. I mean, I don't know. To me, the news here is that there's news. The news is that there's actually news on Cassian Andor. Because listen, you're right. We've been getting a lot of news leaks and reports and official announcements, all this kind of stuff revolving Star Wars, but we don't actually see anything happening. Now, that's not to say that that any of the projects are going to be canceled, or that these things aren't going to happen. Not to say any of that at all. It's just, we've heard all these announcements and all these reports, but we don't actually see anything tangibly happening. Other than Mandalorian, we really don't have anything tangible at this point. And Rob, I remember back last year at D23, we had, this big announcement of Cassian Andor. We had the 2 main guys come out. I think it's Diego Luna that stars in it, right? And Alan Tudyk. The 2 of them come out and talk about, they didn't release the official name of the show. They didn't want to give away any plot, but they came out and talked about, that was over a year ago. We've heard nothing about it since. To me, the story is, hey, look, guys, there's actually some life and some movement. And anything with that, to me, right now, I take as a very good sign. So if they're casting, that means they've got to be at a certain point, and maybe they're going to get cameras rolling on this soon. But I'm just so desperate for some good news out of Star Wars. I'll take it. So even though I don't know much about the actress herself, I'll take this as a good sign that they're at least moving forward. Rob, you've heard this news. What's your take on it?
Well, first of all, I think she's good casting, and I'm excited. I mean, I like the idea, of all the stuff that they've done since Disney took over Star Wars. I think I like Rogue One the best. So I like the idea of delving into the rebellion. I really liked that aspect of Rogue One when we actually we got a glimpse of the inner workings of the rebellion and how that all worked. And I think what a great idea. A Star Wars, a spy series, an espionage series set in the Star Wars universe. I mean, I'm in. Count me in. I think that could be awesome. And doing it as a prequel series, I mean, showing how the rebellion wound up where they wound up. I mean, I think that's an irresistible idea, especially as a series, and I want to see it. So it's nice to know that they're pushing forward.
It's funny because this woman, she could become very high profile very quickly.
Yeah.
Because she's gone from, I mean, most people I don't think recognize her name right now. But hopefully, a year from now, she will have been the star of a Star Wars series and a star of a major comic book film in Morbius, because she's got Morbius coming out. She's appearing in Morbius. So she could literally 1 year from now, depending on when they shoot Cassian Andor and whenever it comes out, but it is theoretically possible 1 year from now, she could be a major name. She could be a major name.
And I love when that happens. Yeah. I love when people hit across multiple areas, especially in our imagination connoisseur world.
I like it. Question here is, guys, what do you think about this announcement? Maybe you're very familiar with her work and you've got a strong opinion about her as an actress. Maybe you're like me, where really I've seen too small of a sample size, but I'm just excited that there's any news at all about this on Cassian Andor. Does this give you a little bit more confidence that things are going to finally start rolling with it? Maybe it doesn't. Jump down into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right, guys.